American girls and American guys, we'll always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our heads.
From around the world, welcome back to the show.
My daddy served in the army. We lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard. Till the day that he died, he wanted my mother, my brother, my sister, and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July.
Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back to the Shack in Oregon. My name's Larry. My call sign Amateur Radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk about radio. It is July 2nd, 2022, and we're celebrating a long 4th of July weekend here with you. I hope you enjoy the show today. From wherever you may be around the world, get ready.
Brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
What do you say we strap up them seatbelts, hold on tight, and keep your arms and hands inside the vehicle at all times. Away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Shack in Oregon. Happy Saturday from Oregon. It's good to see you guys around the world. Thank you for coming to Ham Radio Live. It's a pleasure to see you today. My name's Larry. I am really happy to see you. It's been a long couple of days, and I'm grateful to spend some time with you. We'll get to your first, seconds, and thirds around the world. Before we do that, though, I do want to let you know there's a reason we do come, and that's to help people to get their amateur radio licenses. If you'd like to get started, get on the air here, we'd love to help you do so. Contact someone like the American Radio Relay League. You can find them online at www.arrl.org. Please hit the Contact Us bar. They'll send you an email back letting you know where a local amateur radio club to you is, as well as how to contact them. You reach out to them, they're going to tell you all about how to get your license and on the air. www.arrl.org. And if you're here from the beautiful CQ Calling Show on WRMI, I'd like to tell you a big old welcome. Thank you for coming today. We're heard around the world here this week, and we'll do it again next week on Thursdays. These are the frequencies. Find the show at a frequency and time near you. We'd love to have you help you be part of the show. That'd be fun. If you'd like to email me, please feel free. Reach out to me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com and our Discord page. We'll have a link to it right at the top of the description section of this video below. Let's get into the weather real quick. The weather today powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. You can see the A1A here. There are some spots coming. The sun will move these sunspots from left to right. So these sunspots on the far left are coming our way. It's going to improve conditions for the coming week. You get a little bit of the backside of the sun. 3046. Watch that sunspot region. It's going to be very big, and I think it's going to be very active as well. We do only have just a few sunspot regions facing Earth right now, but there's good hope for the week ahead. Hang in there. Coronal hole map, not much. 96 is pretty small. 97 a little higher. Both are earthbound, but we don't have much problem from these two coronal holes. K-index, it's been high. We've had a little bit of problem with the interplanetary field here, the KP index, along with a minor CME that kind of shot past Earth here yesterday, and it's got a little bit of a residual effect here to our ionosphere. So right now, K3, that's unsettled, will get better as the day goes on. The current solar flare detection of the last few days, there's that bump a couple of days ago. That's what caused this big bump here on that K5 that we had earlier. Earlier today, I guess. So only 4 sunspot regions facing us, but hang on, 3046 is going to make a lot of noise. Your current Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map is coming up. QRZ conditions out there. SFI 98, solar number 39. A index is 7, K is 3. That's unsettled. Signal noise level S2 to S3 out there. So just understand, going to be a little louder on the bands today. Keep your headphones down. It's not worth your hearing, my friends. PZ latitude 4.1. Solar wind way down, 318.1 kilometers per second, and some 6-meter E-skips out there for you, the guys that want to use that. And I think these band conditions for HF are pretty good. I think about 15 is the maximum for the Northern Hemisphere today for sure. Kilo Charlie 2 golf map really spells it out well. Up in Fairbanks, 16 megahertz, right about the U.S.-Canadian border, 19. So if you're north of the border, you're going to be you'll be on 17 meters, so you're plenty of 18 megahertz activity up there. 19 right about the northern part of the United States. As you head south into the main part of the country, it really doesn't get a whole lot better, believe it or not. It just doesn't today. So it's just one of those days that today is not a super day for amateur radio. I think 15 meters is probably going to be the highest we're going to reach. As you take a look even in the panhandle of Florida, 18 megahertz down there. So not a whole lot of activity. Most of that is in South America, 32 in North Brazil, but look at Sao Paulo, 26, right? Northern Argentina, 26, but they did hit 30 earlier today. Out towards Europe, if you're in Great Britain, right about 15 megahertz. France now at 14, Germany 15, south of Italy right now, down around Sicily, about 18 megahertz. 18 megahertz as well in the southern part of Ukraine, heading towards the Gold Coast of Australia, 16 megahertz in the north, 13 near Sydney, and towards Perth, 14 megahertz. Far east, no, that is not a correct one at 53 megahertz. No, not even close. You're going to be right about 18 megahertz right now if you're in the Tokyo area. Your ham radio and shortwave forecast for today, powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFI should slightly increase as the weekend progresses. We're up a couple from yesterday. I think we're still going to bounce up a little more, maybe triple digits tomorrow, but we'll be barely there. Noise floors stay fairly quiet through Sunday night. Voice bands in the north, 20, 17, and 15. That's it. Equatorial latitudes, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. Why? Because they like it there. It's a lot of sunlight there, so they get a lot of activity on the bands for sure. Southern Hemisphere, depends where you're at, 45th parallel and south. You're not going to get a whole lot of 12 and 10. If you're north of that line, you're probably going to get 15, 12, and 10 there too. So in the south, if you're north of the 45th parallel, you're going to get 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. South of the 45th, just 20, 17, and 15. It's kind of one of those days. CB Radio Skip is closed in the Northern Hemisphere, open in the mid, and depending upon where you're at in the Southern Hemisphere, you'll get some short openings there. Data mode should be fine, 30 to 10, and I'm stretching it to 10. We'll see how the afternoon goes here in the Northern Hemisphere. Tonight, decreasing noise floors. Nighttime ham bands should be much quieter tonight. 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30, best DX. Going to be on your maximum usable frequency at sunset, but please don't forget about 20 meters. 20 meters will work you almost half the night now, and you're making great DX calls there. So again, start at MUF, work your way down until you get to that 40 and 80 meter band, but spend some time on 20. You'll have some good calls there. Shortwave friends, today's bands for shortwave, 31, 25, 22 in the 19 meter band, and nighttime shortwave, 120, it's 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and a 100% chance of that beautiful 19 meter band here in the north still about 3 hours after sunset, and your signals will fade away. Thanks for watching the weather segment. Thanks for being part of the show today. Happy 4th of July weekend for folks in the States. Happy Canada Day, belated for you folks up in Canada. Wish you a happy Canada Day yesterday on Discord. Just couldn't get a show together. I thank you for your patience. Let's get to who's first, second, and third, and we'll get you guys started on the show today. Should be a lot of fun. I've got 7 of the 13 colonies, so I'm trying to get 6 more. We'll see if maybe we can get a few more on the show today, or maybe we'll just get a call with you. That would be a lot of fun. First one in today. He comes from an unknown location, but he's pretty cool. He's got a call sign, and we think it's one. However, the man can make amateur radio just work like a dream out of popsicle sticks, bubble gum, and a little bit of duct tape. The Smokin' Ape comes in first today. Again, it's the 15th time. Give him a big beep beep. Good job, babe. Congratulations, mate. You did it. That's awesome. That's so awesome to me, man. Because, He's just, there's no, I don't tell him, but he's got a conduit. He sometimes has that wavelength conduit. It's great to have you, my friend. Thanks a lot for answering the email earlier in the week. Just trying to help out a mate. So thanks, buddy, for that. Jenna from Georgia. She's in second. November 4, Juliet Echo Hotel. Second one in. Hi, Jenna. Good to see you. Happy Saturday afternoon to you, my friend. Kevin O'Doublehan, all the way from the Emerald Isle of Ireland. He's third. Welcome, Kev. Also, want to welcome William, Alpha Delta 8, India Tango. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Martin from Holland. Always my pleasure, mate. Pop Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Good to see you. Dwight Hitchens, my shortwave mate. Good to see you, Dwight. Thanks a lot for the nice email. It's nice to see you today. And thank you for coming. WECB 640, that's my mate Greg in the beautiful area of New England. Good to see you, Greg. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Saturday to you. Almost 4th of July weekend coming up, right? Jason, November 5, Victor Hotel Tango. Hello, Jason. Happy Saturday afternoon to you on a long holiday weekend here in the States. And it's great to have you, Abe. Thanks for coming. It really is a special day for me when you come. So thank you. William Myers, Kilo Alpha 8, Golf India Mike, spinning that hex beam, making it work. Doing good up there in Wisconsin. Kilo Alpha 8, Golf India Mike, it's good to have you. Thanks for coming to the show today. Robin Tucson, November 7, Tango Alpha's here. Aaron Lutz, Victor Echo 5, Echo Mike Lima, back from Canada. Avery is here. That's Jenna's sister. Kilo 4, Victoria Romeo Yankee. And she's got some ducks today. We'll get her on the show today with her ducks because, you know, she likes ducks. I don't know if you know that. She likes ducks. If you watch any of the YouTube stuff here, we've shown it before, but she does some fun Discord too. And there'll be, every now and then, you know, she'll put a little duck together. She made one. So Jenna, today we'll have your ducks. Yeah, have your ducks. November Tango 4, Tango Charlie. That's Tom. Hi, Tom. Nice to see you. Happy Saturday to you. Also, a big happy Saturday to my friend Tom, all the way in Bahrain. Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Hi, Tom. Halfway around the world. Wow. Unbelievable. Tom, it's nice to have you. Thank you for coming today. Appreciate you coming. Aaron Lutz, you seem to be a part of 99% of the YouTube I watch. LOL. My gosh.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Aaron, I'm honored. Thank you. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, wow. Stan Bjorsvik, welcome back. Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming today. Good to have you. Indeed. Roger McKeon and Molly, Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-Ray and K9. Welcome. Good to have you back. Good show today. Very good show. And it's good to have you, Abe. Always a pleasure, my friend. Always so nice to have you. Stian in Bjorsvik. Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha. Been offline a bit due to work. Nice to be back. It's good to have you back. Thanks, buddy. And also, let's see, we've got also someone here from the beautiful continent of Africa. That is Winan. Hey, Winan, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. A very happy Saturday night to you there, all the way in the country of Namibia. Wow. You know, when I made the call to South Africa the other night, I thought, wow, we're going to make the call with Winan. We're close. We're south of him now, same continent, so it should happen. We're going to make it, my friend. We absolutely are. Yeah. So just hang in there. We'll get that call made. We will. Everything's lining up for it. Greg, welcome. Kilo Tango 4, Romeo Alpha Mike. Always a pleasure when you're here. Greg, a very happy Saturday to you there, and thanks for coming to the show. Don as well. November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. And Jenna says, doing pretty good. Nice day here in Georgia. Siobhan is here. She's Irish, but she's in the UK. Welcome. We'll share a little bit of the music there first. And Abe says, I am the heavyweight champion of first. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Abe has his own crowd here. It's very nice. There you go. Kevin from Ireland, from Iowa, Ireland. Wow. Different I. Meant well. Sorry, Kev. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima, Bravo. We're going to have a couple of little segments from Kev today. It'll be fun. I bet you'll like him. I bet you will. He's so funny. He's just a funny guy, and his YouTube channel is really good. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima, Bravo. Find him here on YouTube. He's just funny. He's just a funny guy, does some amazing things. So we'll look forward to sharing that with you on the show today. In fact, Why don't we just do it now, Kev? This is on his channel here on YouTube, Kilo Zero Kilo Lima Bravo. Kevin can make, just a terrible mess on your kitchen floor be funny. He's really good. Find him online here at Kilo Zero Kilo Lima Bravo or at Ham Radio QRP. Check out this video.
Welcome, everyone, from around the world to the Friday night QRP single sideband net, where we meet new friends, have some fun, and see how low we can go. Friday evening after work, head to the ham shack. Turn on the power, the radio. Turn up the volume. Moments away, it's time to play. SWR 141. Make some adjustments. Wait for the live stream to activate. So glad it's Friday. Ready to go. No QRO.
No. This part's great. Man. This is great.
Come with your call sign, get on the log. Mobile or portable. All stations welcome from anywhere. Let's get this started.
Roger, I hear the 5-5. I'm going to go down to 1 watt and we'll see if you can hear me. Okay, go ahead, Mike. All right, this is 1 watt. 1 watt. You're 5-4, 54, 1 watt. QSL on the 54. Thank you, my friend. I just wanted to check in and I won't take up your time. 73, my friend. Hey, Mike, appreciate you coming by.
Almost over. Yay, Kevin! Way to go, buddy! Is that awesome or what? So it's a Friday night QRP net. Kevin's part of it, sent me that. I thought it was great. He said, okay, you'll love the very beginning. And of course, it's because it's the same beginning that I have with the earth. That Kev, you're welcome to it. Please have fun with that, okay? Oh, man, that's funny. There's one more he sent me. And since it's a holiday weekend, I thought, let's just make this a light show. I've had enough of the heavy stuff the last few days. Gosh. So let's make it fun. So let's take a look at the one that Kevin sent me as well. This is really good. It's on his YouTube channel, and it's so well done. Kevin's just very creative. He's very clever and funny. Keeps things lighthearted. So this is part 2 of what Kevin sent me. I hope you enjoy it. Find it on his YouTube channel, Kilo Zero Kilo Lima Bravo. Hit it.
Hey everybody, this is Amateur Radio Field Day weekend, and we're headed to the field. We're taking a radio, and we're gonna ham harder.
Look at
Let's
this.
go. Come
Look
on.
at this tractor. Check this out. That's a 1938 John Deere Model A tractor. Holy cow. Wow. That's such a historic piece, right? So 84 years old, and there she goes. Look at him steering it along. That's great. Got to be careful because you don't want to mess up the crops.
So we're out here on the tractor. Just as I suspected, I can't drive and play radio at the same time because the magneto and the spark plugs making way too much noise. I can't hear a thing. Plus I can't hear anything over the noise of the engine anyway. So we're parked. We're gonna sit here. Got the radio, ham stick, counterpoise over the hood, and let's try and make some calls. Let's see what we can do.
QRZ for Parks on the Air. This is November 2, Oscar Tango Lima.
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo.
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo. You're 5-6 here into southern New Jersey.
Okay, you're 5-6 into Iowa, over.
Yeah, appreciate the 5-6 from Iowa. Nice to get you in the log there, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you did field day, hope you had a great one, and 73-2.
Roger, Roger. I'm doing field day right now, so thank you for the contact.
All right, 73. QRZ for Parks on the Air.
Whoa! First call out of the chute. Neighbors stopping by. Look and see what's going on.
This is Kilo 4, November Yankee Mike, Parks on the Air. Any park-to-park stations, please. Park-to-park only. Any QRP stations, 10 watts or less.
Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo, QRP. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo, QSL. Roger, 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 Roger. You're 5555 Iowa, India Alpha, QSL. Roger to 3x3. Thank you, 7-3. Yeah.
So that can be found right there on Kevin's channel. A chug it along. You know, for a guy that made 2 calls, went all that way, 2 calls, he had a heck of a time, didn't he? Jeez, that's great. Kev, well done, mate.
Tell me something good.
Nice job, buddy. That's great. Kevin's just a lighthearted guy, and an honor that you watch his channel too, Kev. Thank you very much. Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo for sending me some stuff. Let's help you today. We'd like to help you to get your amateur radio license. Before we do that, I would like to help some people, just to say hello to them for me, because that makes me happy. Call Paul Camish. Paul Camish, good evening to you. A little high in the noise gate, sorry. Hi, Paul. Mike 7, X-Ray, India X-Ray, said the USA was coming in strong last night around midnight in the UK. I bet that was on 20, right? Yep, that's about right. You know, here it seems like it's very much Eastern Europe, right about, sunset, and then it starts to move its way west. And yeah, UK, right there, right about 11 o'clock or midnight our time. So same thing, man. It's great. Good to see you. Paul, thanks for the report, too. That's nice. Nice to have you today. Good to have you. Dale as well. Kilo India 5 Tango Sierra Foxtrot, welcome. Steve Merton. Hi, Larry. Catching up on radio again. All the best from Golf 7. Lima Juliet Lima. Thank you for being part of the show today also. Thanks, Steve. Good to have you. And I think we got everybody caught up here, and then we can help some people out with their license, and I hope we can do that today. The whole passion of what we try to do is help folks get into amateur radio. And Greg, yeah, Green Acres, right? Green Acres is the place to be. Yeah. Remind me of that too. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to help you today. If you're a technician, you've accomplished a great deal. You really have. Technicians that may want to go up to general, You're not that far away. You might be surprised just how close you are. And the questions are passable, especially if you've already had time behind a radio. If you've got experience, practical experience working a radio, you have a lot of experience and a lot of the answers already. You might just be surprised. Our HemBite segment is powered by HemTest Online. It's a software that knows you. Online courses for all of the amateur radio license exams. Now, remember, the old one passed away here. Now it's all gone. The one from last June, it's no longer valid. So the new technician license is on here. Also, general and amateur extra. You can take the tests as much as you want. You can learn and study at your own pace, and they have a 100% money-back guarantee if you don't pass. HemTest Online, fantastic at helping people get your amateur radio licenses. And here's the first question for the general today. Which of the following is true concerning access to frequencies? Now, what this means is there anybody that has like access, or does someone not have access, right? So is there a preference to who gets it? The four answers. First, contest operations must always yield to non-contest use of frequencies. Jeez, if it only worked that way.
Thank you.
Yeah. QSOs in progress always have priority. That's not it. Except during emergencies, no amateur station has priority access to any frequency. That's the right answer. Also, the fourth one, nets always have priority. That's not true. In fact, if you are already on frequency, and let's say, you should be a good amateur operator, meaning a nice one that's polite. If you're on a frequency that a net usually has, right? Let's say a net has been working in this frequency for decades, right? But you're already there. They can't bump you out. They can't. Now, the right thing to do would be to move, but, you don't have to. It's just except during emergencies, no amateur station has priority access to any frequency. So if you keep that part in mind, just the word except during emergencies, this actually is a part of multiple questions on the amateur radio test. Just remember, if it's an emergency, they get priority. Just if you remember that, you'll have that, okay? And the answer to a lot of other ones too. Okay, next question. What effect does transmitter duty cycle have when evaluating RF exposure? Okay, so let's examine a couple of words here. Duty cycle and what that means. Duty cycle means how much time you're transmitting versus how much time you're listening. It's your transmit time. That's duty cycle. It's the duty on the transmitter. It's an old terminology used by engineers to determine the duty cycle of transmitters. Okay, so if you remember, duty cycle is the amount of time that your transmitter is transmitting. That'll be a big help for this question and many more. Okay, so what effect does transmitter duty cycle have when evaluating RF exposure? Let me get a little drink here. Thanks, my friends. All right. First answer, low duty cycle transmitters are exempt from RF exposure evaluation requirements. That's not true. Every antenna you have has to be evaluated. If you, for example, we had this question here the other day where we talked about transmitter or antenna, right? When you do RF evaluation, the reason transmitter is included is in case you had an amplifier. That's why. That's the main reason. Or if you're starting out with a QRP rig, like say a G90 or a 705, and then you go to a 100-watt, transmitter, well, then you got to reevaluate. Or if you have an amplifier there, okay? So duty cycle, it's key down. It's power going out of the transmitter, out of the antenna, right? So of all of these, the second one's the right answer. It's this: a lower transmitter duty cycle permits greater short-term exposure levels. And that's backwards. It's kind of like it's almost written backwards, right? Because it's like, well, hey, how does that work, right? Lower transmitter duty cycle permits greater short-term exposure levels. Why would short-term exposure be a great thing? Well, because if you have the other two, list the other two, a higher transmitter duty cycle permits greater short-term exposure levels. That's completely backwards. It's the opposite. Lower transmitter duty cycle permits greater short-term exposure levels. Higher gives you more risk, okay? The last one, high duty cycle transmitters are exempt from RF exposure requirements if only. No. It's number 2. A lower transmitter duty cycle permits greater short-term exposure levels. Means you can be by your transmitter longer. Means you can transmit longer because you're using less of the transmitter and more of your ears to listen. That's really what the answer is all about. Okay. Next, what technique helps to minimize RF hotspots in an amateur station? This is really kind of a weird question, but it comes down to this. It comes down to bonding all equipment enclosures together. RF hotspots can happen more times than not because of not proper grounding of your equipment. When you bond all your equipment together, your enclosures together, it's going to help minimize any RF hotspots. So that's the way that answer is given. And it's something just to remember. If you get hotspots, bonding, put it together. Bonding all equipment together. Hotspots, remember, if you're bonding something like welding, right, you're going to be bonding. So remember those two in sequence, and that might be a way you can help remember the answer to the question. All right, how is an FSK signal generated? Now, this one is number 2, by changing an oscillator's frequency directly with a digital control signal. Okay, FSK is simply a digital mode that our radios can use, but it's a way that it has to use a computer to help generate the right tones and the right frequencies to be able to go out of your antenna and be able to be decoded by another computer that's hooked up to a radio on the other end. That's how digital modes work. So it works by changing an oscillator's frequency directly with a digital control signal, and that's going to come out of a computer. That's it. Next, what circuit is used to combine signals from the IF amplifier and BFO to send the result to the AF amplifier in some single sideband receivers? Now, this is a super heterodyne radio, not a software defined. This is going to be a super het. And the answers really help to pin that down. Balance modulator, part of a super het. RF oscillator, now that can also be in a hybrid SDR like Yaesu has. So yeah, there's that. Intermediate filter, well, that can go both ways. Product detector is definitely going to be a super het. That's only a super het. The answer here, if we get through it here, is the product detector. Okay, so when you get the circuit that's used to combine signals from the IF amp and the BFO and send the result to the AF amp, it's simply a product detector. It's just one of the pieces of a super heterodyne chain of event. That's all it is. It's their schematic chain and how they work. Okay. Next question is number 6 of 10. Which of the following statements is true of the single sideband voice mode? Okay. Now, I've always taught this the same way, and doggone, I'm getting too old to not change now. I'm just going to do it the same way. Bologna sandwich. Remember bologna sandwich. The carrier is the bologna. That's the red, right? The one piece of bread on one side is your upper sideband. The one piece on the opposite side, your lower sideband. So full AM mode gives you the bologna sandwich. It's the carrier that's red where the bologna is and both pieces of bread. There's your AM carrier. But if you get rid of the bologna and one piece of bread, you only have a sideband. That's all that's left, okay? So here's the correct answer for this, and it'll illustrate that, okay? Only one sideband is transmitted. The other sideband, think of the other piece of bread, and the carrier, think of the bologna, are gone. They're suppressed. That's the way you do it. That's the right answer. And it looks like this, okay? Full AM modulation, think of the two pieces of bread, the bologna sticking out of the sandwich, right? Second one, upper sideband, just has the upper portion of what that was on full AM modulation. You're missing the carrier, and you're missing the lower sideband. Then if you have lower sideband modulation, you just have the piece of bread on the bottom, no bologna, no extra piece of bread. All right. Question 7. Which of the following is a disadvantage of multi-band antennas? Okay, the disadvantage here is they have poor harmonic rejection. And that might not seem like very much, but this is what it means. When you have poor harmonic rejection, there's a positive too. There really is. Because if you have a multi-band antenna, it can transmit on multiple bands. But because it's not really resonant on one band, so to speak. You have traps between them, so forth. But the point is, the harmonic rejection is pretty poor on those. This is a question to remember regarding harmonics when you have a multiband antenna. They just have poor harmonic rejection, meaning you're going to be able to hear the harmonics on the antenna. Question 8. Which of the following factors determine the characteristic impedance of a parallel connector antenna feed line? Let's look at what that looks like. This is parallel feed line. It's like the old TV ladder line like we used to use in the old days. For young people, you wouldn't know this line very well because you don't remember rabbit ears on top of an old television set. But we used to have TVs that had antennas right on the top and, extendable like whips come out of it, right? And you'd spin it the way the TV station would come in better. It was the way it was back then. We didn't have cable. We only had over-the-air terrestrial TV, but that's how it worked. And then we had ladder line that would come out of that antenna and plug into 2 screws in the back of a TV. That's how it worked. But on this question here, okay, which of the following factors determine the characteristic impedance of a parallel connector antenna feed line? The answer has to do with the size of the wires and how far they are apart. That's it. So the answer here, the distance between the centers of the conductors and the radius of the conductors. That means how thick the wire is and how far apart they are. That's all it means. So when you get this question, just like this, remember it has to do with how big the wire is and how far it is away from the second wire. Again, parallel line looks like a ladder. It's also called balanced feed line, also known as window line or feeder. That's how it's known. So that's just something to remember on it. Okay, ninth question. What is the radiation pattern of a dipole antenna in free space in a plane containing a conductor? Really, just take a look at this part. What's the radiation pattern of a dipole antenna in free space? It's always going to be a figure 8. Always. And it's going to be off not the ends, but off the sides of the antenna. So if you're looking straight down the wire, it's going to radiate outward from both sides. That's the answer. So it's a figure 8 at right angles to the antenna. Answer it that way, you'll have it right. Last question. I guess we've got 2 more. What should be done by any person preparing to climb a tower that supports electrical power devices? All right, this is simple. Remember, it's a tower. It's not the property of the power company, so take the electric company out of there. And you can take waterworks with it. The second, make sure all circuits that supply power to the tower are locked out and tagged. That's your answer. It is. You don't need to contact the electric company because it doesn't say the electric company owns the tower, okay? You don't need to unground the base of the tower because that's not the problem. The problem is if your radio or your radio and amplifier, especially if they're hooked up to that tower and you start climbing and somebody goes upstairs and says, I have a great idea. I think I'm going to go ahead up here and play radio for a little while. That's not going to work too well. So you make sure all circuits that supply power to the tower are locked out and tagged. Do that, and you'll have the right answer. Last one for today. And this is really important because it's the answer to 2 questions. So you get 2 for the price of 1 here. What does L as in Lima, U as in uniform, F as in foxtrot, so LUF stand for? This stands for the lowest usable frequency for communication between 2 points. That's all it means. Not hard to remember. Its brother is the maximum usable frequency. So both are the same thing. One is the lowest usable frequency for communications between 2 points. The other is the maximum usable frequency. And as you look at both of these, the maximum usable frequency is the one that really is where people that are experienced like to work. And it's because that's right about where maximum propagation exists. In fact, the final paragraph here, it says, your best chance for communication is slightly below the MUF, where absorption is at its minimum, but the ionosphere, primarily the F layer, still returns the signal to Earth. When the LUF, meaning lowest usable frequency, is above the maximum usable frequency, skywave communication between those 2 points is unlikely. An easy way to determine which bands are open is to listen for beacon stations. Beacons are a great way to know where you can hear, because if you can hear the beacon, you'll be able to work people in the same area. Ham Test Online. You can study for your ham test in the comfort of your own home on your time. 100% money back guarantee if you fail the test. Find them online at hamtestonline.com. Great company, and they have all 3 exams on their syllabus. They're good people. I need some water. Happy Saturday to you guys. This is kind of a fun one because with 4th of July weekend coming on Monday, it's a 3-day weekend in the States. So a lot of hot dogs and baseball and apple pie and all that stuff. And we're pretty excited about that here. So we want to share some of the love for that. I hope you guys do enjoy today's show. We're going to try, there's a special event going on in the East Coast of the United States. The original 13 colonies are doing special events. I've got 7 of them. I'm missing 6. So I almost got Rhode Island last night, just barely missed out. But I've got North Carolina, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, Georgia, New York, and Massachusetts. So still a few more to go. We'll see if maybe we can get 1 or 2 while we're on the show today, hopefully. Also, I want to remind you, Hayden from Ham Radio DX had to be rescheduled due to my dad's fall. I'll provide date and time information when it becomes available when we can reschedule him. That should be a good show. And Hayden, if you're watching this on replay, I appreciate your patience with it. Just a rough time, mate. It's the way it goes. Join us next Saturday, 1900 UTC. Meet Carlos, Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Lima November. He jumps out of really perfectly good airplanes. And, you know, what's kind of interesting is he just jumps down and makes calls all the way down. Amazing. Find out more about him. Listen to his stories. And we'll talk more about his incredible gifts coming up next Saturday. That's at 1900 UTC, 8 p.m. in London, 3 here in the Eastern Time Zone in North America, and noon Pacific. Then on July 16th, an early show. That's at 1830 UTC. Meet Kevin from Bioenno Power. He's going to be answering questions worldwide. I'm so excited for Kevin to come. If you have a question regarding what battery might power your radio and tuner, possibly the longest for going out in the field, he's your guy. He'll be able to help answer those questions for you. So thanks to Kevin and Bioenno for coming on to the show. We're very grateful that he's coming. Please join us for that on July 16th. Then Jason at Ham Radio 2.0 comes to join us on July the 30th at 1900 UTC. Ask him all kinds of questions about YouTube, ham radio, GMRS, whatever you'd like to talk about. Family radio service. He'll be answering your questions worldwide. So join us, please, at 1900 UTC. Meet Jason from Ham Radio 2.0 here on the show. We're looking forward to having him on the program. Should be fun. We have a topic show question today. Our topic today is that is a really interesting question. I love this. What bands do you use your preamps on? It's kind of an offshoot from a comment. I had a comment once where someone asked me why I was using preamps on, I think it was 20, and I don't usually use on 20. It was just, I had hit the button and didn't realize I hit the button. But I typically use mine on certain frequencies. I don't want to get in the ones I do mine at yet, but let me know where you use your preamps. Because, you can use preamps even on the lower bands, even on 80 and 40 meters, if you're using like a mag loop antenna, because it brings signals down. You've got to bring the signal back up with a preamp. Makes sense, right? Where do you use your preamps? Let me know. We'll make it part of today's show. We're going to honor somebody from the channel who watches us, and I'm really honored that, that he comes. And for me, it's pretty kind of cool because he's been a long-time viewer, and I really haven't had a chance to, say thank you to him. So for my opportunity here is now. So if you don't mind, let's have a little bit of fun and some funky music. All right, let's look at it. This is Andy Cowley. Comes to a lot of YouTube channels. 2 Echo 0, Romeo, Echo, Echo. He is all the way in Gosport, England. Yes, he is. And Andy goes to a lot of YouTube channels around and he's such a positive mate. I think the world of Andy. I really do. Let's take a look where he lives. This is where Gosport is. If you don't know where Gosport is in England, take a look. It's on the very south edge. It's just a little bit to the southeast of Southampton there. Not too far away from France. As we zoom out, very southern edge of the United Kingdom right there. And here he is in relation to Europe. That's where Andy lives. There's his shack. Take a look at what he's got right there. Pretty good, right? Man, Andy You've been holding out on us, mate. You have been. This is a great shack. Very well put together. And I see the Budweiser can. Oh, and let's get to know him a little bit. Here he is. I've been in radio for a long time. Since 1978 to now. I like to DX all over the world. Have now passed part 2 call signs. Who's an intermediate? 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. How about that? He says, you'll find me on HF, DMR, D-Star, VHF, UHF, and a lot more. Member of the RNARS. His number 5016. Andy Cowley, 2 Echo 0, Romeo Echo Echo. Thank you so much for being a viewer here at Ham Radio Live. We really appreciate it. It's a better show because you're here, Andy. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. All right, we're also going to take a look at a little bit of the radio today, and we'll see if maybe we can pick up a couple of colonies we haven't yet. It's been fun to play the 13 colonies thing. Yesterday when this started, it was funny. It was absolutely hilarious. You had people climbing all over people, and I'm thinking, it's just a paper certificate, right? I mean, isn't it all you get? And these people are like, Alpha Golf. If you're Alpha Golf 3 ABC, don't be disappointed. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm thinking of a call sign. Alpha Golf 3 ABC, Alpha Golf 3 ABC. They were like panicking to make the call. I'm going, he'll probably answer you if you just stop doing that. Anyway, we're going to take a look at it in just a few moments. I hope you enjoyed the segment. The antenna's pointed east today, so hopefully we'll get the rest of the colonies we're missing. First, let's take a look upstairs the crow's nest, see how the angry hams think of the show.
What's this fish doing in our box? The same as us, suffering.
Yeah, excellent. All right, by the way, the world won the month of June. Congratulations to the world. You did it. You totally beat North America again. First question for July. It is, what is the minimum number of counties one must work in order to qualify for CQ Magazine's USA-CA award? Okay, so how many counties ultimately is the first stop to get your award? Is it A, 254? Is it B, 300? Is it C, 500? Or is it D, 750? Again, this is the initial CQ Magazine USA-CA County Award. A, 254, B is 300, C is 500, D is 750. First one with the right answer takes an early lead. Good luck. Alpha Bravo 3, ABC. Come on. You're right, that was Ava Gabor, Green Acres. It sure was. Yep. And no, it was Jaja. It was Jaja. No, Jaja Gabor, her sister. Yeah. Oh, Tom got it. Yep, Jaja. That's it. Good old Jaja. All right, first one up. Roger McKeon and Molly both it's a team effort there. C, 500. First lead goes to North America. Well done. It is 500. Yeah, 500 is the first number to get your award for CQ Magazine for their counties award. So work 500, you're good. It's just a matter of building up from there to work U.S. counties. So well done, Roger McKeon and Molly. Also, Dale got that one right. Good, man. Appreciate that. Andy, you didn't quite catch up with everyone. Andy, I'm sorry. Jeez,
My name is Larry.
Sorry about that, mate. Yeah, my apologies. Don had C. Greg spells out C. Well done. Winan was C. Siobhan was C. Well done. Don said, I got asked a few days ago on my POTA to yield to a net, but he gave me 30 minutes notice and gladly moved. Yep, that's the right thing to do. You don't have to. There's no rule says you have to, but there is a gentleman's agreement that you should. Just the right thing to do. Tom in Bahrain, I was recently working a pileup at a German station asked me to move because I was close to another DX station, then them trying for Vietnam, so I moved. Perfect. That was well done. Absolutely, Tom. Yeah. Greg had B on this one. Dale with B as well. Kirby, welcome. W4 Hotel Kilo Juliet, welcome. Winan also with B. Jeffrey, welcome. Good to see you. Alpha Delta 7, Liam in November. Good to have you back, Jeff. And we'll talk about your new YouTube channel today, too. Looking forward to it. Again, Siobhan, my nephew has a pretty high duty cycle. No! Yeah. Stian, how to properly ground second floor shack. Well, I have a second floor shack as well, and I have a 4-foot copper rod down into the ground, and I literally just have the mesh, the copper mesh coming up. So that's how I did mine from the second floor. Just a thought. Greg also, unless I'm really behind here. By the way, I do want to welcome Gary. Gary came in from Las Vegas, Whiskey 9 Papa Yankee. Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure to have you. And I think maybe people are answering the questions before. Oh no. Yeah, they were answering the questions before on the test. I'm sorry. That one's wrong. First one in, Stian Bjorsvik had B. Eamon Azar had A254. That's not it. So these are actually the right answers to question number 1. Aaron Lutz in Canada, Victor Echo 5, Echo Mike Lima with B. Greg had B. Winan in Africa with B. Jenna with B. We're not getting people with the right answer here. Hold on. And Jenna, wait, first one, you got to give it to her. She said C and she got it correct. We'll give it to her. Yep, it's C. 500 is the right number. Sorry, I was behind you guys a little bit on the time. It's just that you were answering the questions to the general test, and Larry just didn't quite get that part right, so forgive me on that. Wine in Africa also was C. Skeeter, good to have you back. Thank you for coming. And Tom, how about how many counties just in Georgia? Just kidding. You know, there's so many in Texas. Texas is almost like it should be its own award. Yeah. Copper braid down to the ground rod. Yep. That's exactly right. Second question of 2. If a ham operator asks you to QSY, he wants you to do what? A, stop transmitting. B, change frequency. C, reduce power in order to lessen interference. Or D, give your call sign phonetically. So a ham operator asks you to QSY, okay? What's he wanting you to do? A, stop transmitting. B, change frequency. C, reduce power in order to lessen interference, or D, give your call sign phonetically. Remember, we just talked about this actually a moment ago. Tom mentioned it. There's your clue. First to get it right wins. Good luck today. All right, first one in. Andy New from the UK, Mike 7, Charlie U, November. He's our king of trivia question sleuths, and he's got until August 1st to take his intermediate license. It's because I want you to do it, Andy. He has B, change frequency. That's what QSY means. He's correct. A tie score. Good job, Andrew. Right. Andy, it is. Yeah, it's QSY is to change frequencies. If somebody asks you QSY, it's typically because there's either a net that's supposed to be there or they're working someone else close on frequency, right? You don't hear that other signal, but someone does and they're asking you to move. It's just a polite thing. So QSY isn't something personal. If you're new to amateur radio, it's just a way that we can communicate quickly, especially in Morse code, because we want to make sure and be able to hear the other stations that are coming in, or if we have a net scheduled, well, we do that way. So QSY means to change frequency. Jenna in Georgia also had it. Greg did, Aaron did, Avery did, Don did, Eamon did. It's a flat out B bonanza. Yep. That's great. Stian also had it right. W. Kirby had it right. And Siobhan having some fun. E, turn up your amplifier. I hope you don't ever do that, you guys. Please don't do that. No! That's a bad thing. She then said B. She's right. Dale with B. And all of it. And then Jason finally with B as well. Yeah. And Don with a good word of wisdom for you guys. Do what I did on my POTA when the net was coming up. Just move. Just move. Best thing you do. And it's the right thing to do. All right. Topic question of the show. What's your favorite? No. Wrong question. That's wrong too. I didn't change it that far south. What happened here? What bands do you use your preamplifiers on? Let me know. We'll make it part of the show. Wow. Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Florida's here. Hi, Wendy. Whiskey 4, Lima Sierra. Happy Saturday and happy 4th of July weekend, Wendy. All right. So where do you use your preamplifiers on? Winan in Africa says he also uses on 6 meters to pull out the very weak one just above the noise floor. Yep. Good call. Jason, sometimes on 10 and all the time on 6. Very good. Very good. That's good stuff. Eddie, his call sign is, I'm sorry, don't have the call sign there. Sorry, Eddie. 6 meters. Well done. Very good. Don, Carlos made the jump this morning and Mike this afternoon. Boy, he's just having a ball. Good airplanes. Bailing out on good airplanes. Good for him. It's a time of year to go have fun, guys. It is. Whether it's portable or jumping out of airplanes, whatever, it's a time of year to have fun. Yeah. W. Kirby, I've got all 13 and 1 bonus so far. Congrats, mate. That's good. Good job, Kirby. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So funny to listen to people trying to work these guys. Oh, gosh. I've got to have that one. I've got to have Rhode Island. Oh, my gosh. It's Rhode Island. Jeez. Funny. Anyway, it was. Last time I was taping, I was going, oh, no. It just is not worth that. It's just not. People go crazy over a little piece of paper. Kind of crazy. Andy New, he says 20 meters and higher is where he uses his preamplifier. Stian Bjorsvik in Norway. The 10-meter band and 6-meter band for him. Jeff Porter in Portland, preamp on 10, sometimes on 6. Winan says sometimes 20, but rarely use it. All right. Don says, I use my preamps when I have a loop on ground engaged. Other than that, I rarely do. Yep. And that's, when you're using a magnetic loop too, you're going to use your preamps a lot more just because the sound goes down. You're bringing down the noise on the band and you're, trying to bring it back up so you can hear the signals, right? So you're going to hit a preamp or two to try and bring them up. It works. For me, I'll use them sometimes on 17, but typically it's 15, 12, and 10. And I can't work 6 because it still looks like an electric sign here on my shot. No! Yeah. I even thought the antenna might do it. Look, I'll show you the radio. Okay, so here's radio. And if I go over to 6 meters, it still looks like a neon sign. Look at that. It's just so bad. It's just like, oh gosh. So yeah, Larry can't do 6 meters at the QTH yet. But that's the way it goes. All right. But if I was doing 6, I would certainly use my preamplifier there too. Absolutely. Eamon Azar, my experimental 6-meter beacon is running now on 50.070, 10-meter beacon on 29232.8. And he would like some reports. So if you do catch his beacon, those are the two frequencies. Again, on 6, he's at 50.070. On 10, he's at 29.232.8 megahertz. And he'd like some signal reports. Thank you, Eamon, for letting us know about that. Aaron says, I might use it on 2 meters. And then Winan says, I did USA, got Canada on 6. Jeff says, FT991A and a 6-meter dipole. That's pretty good. Good stuff. Jeff says, FET preamp mounted at the antenna for VHF. Preamp overcomes loss in the coax. There you go. Very good. Very good. All right, guys, we're going to scoot. I've got you the trivia. We've gone through all the stuff. Let's take a look at the radio. We'll see if maybe we can make a couple more of the 13 colonies from the other side of the country here and maybe make a call. We'll see.
I can do for you, over.
Certain frequencies you're not going to run, and that would be one of them. It's the 14.3, and that's the navigation net for the if you're out on the waters, so to speak, and you're getting some trouble. You just want to make sure you're not you're not that person that needs help. So no one should ever try and go on 14.3 and start making calls. Just not a good thing in the States. And it's quiet, man. I gotta check the antenna. Something's quiet. Let's check the vertical in a moment. Just a second. Just a sec. Let me check the vertical real quick. And most of the people up above 14.3, 30 or parks on the air, I've noticed lately on 20. So, yeah, maybe we just won't do that today. I'll take a look at the antenna in the back and see if maybe something has come disconnected. You never know. It's just, it happens, I'll put it that way. Because the one thing on the Buddy Hex, if I haven't told you, it comes with an SMA, comes with a BNC. And you have to go to an SO239, so it has the jumper on it. So I want to take a look at that when I have a chance. So We'll do that after the show. Let's do this. Let's check in look at your comments real quick. I think we got everything good, and we do. Let's take a look at Discord. It's worth it. It'll be fun today. I hope you enjoy this. Let's cue the music and have some fun today. Little Elton John for ya. Here's our Discord page. Lots of fun stuff, from radio questions and answers to some projects, after show party, regs to chat, plus some funnies and a whole bunch more. Let's take a look down the page and take a look at some fun stuff here. First, Jeff, Alpha Delta 7 Lima November. He's got a new YouTube endeavor he wants to do, and it's going to be about it kind of sounds like what we try and do here, but he's going to do a little twist on it. So he wants to do like shortwave and I think ham and all kinds of different things in the radio hobby. So he wants to do some Elmer type work. So I think that's really, really cool. And I'd like to show a little bit on his channel. He's from Portland. His call sign Alpha Delta 7 Lima November. And Jeff is a really good guy. Jeff Porter, here's his new YouTube channel. Take a look and please subscribe to it. Show him some love.
Okay, let's put this to rest. Shortwave is not dead. And we'll talk a little bit about scanners. This is Jeffrey, AD7LN. Welcome back to the radio room. Okay, well, numerous times throughout the years, I have seen on the internet different forums for shortwave radios, shortwave portable radios, posts such as, why bother getting a shortwave radio? There's nothing out there anymore. Oh, I used to listen to the shortwave radio many years ago, but there's just nothing out there anymore. All the big name international broadcast stations are out. They're gone. That's not true. Yes, some stations did close down. And any SWL operator, shortwave listener, will tell you, yes, they're saddened by some of the stations that did close down. However, there's still a multitude of international broadcast stations out there, among a big list of other stuff that's on the shortwave frequencies, and nobody even pays attention to any of that.
All right, so that's just a little snippet of what Jeff has on his channel. Find him on Alpha Delta 7 Lima November. Just put that in the magnifying glass here on YouTube, and you'll find his material. I'm really proud of you, Jeff. Good luck to you, and I hope everything goes real well and they knock it out of the park, dude. Always grateful for people who put together YouTube channels and stuff to try and help advance the hobby, because if somebody can't if I can't explain something very well, maybe someone else can, and that's advancing knowledge, and gosh, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. So Jeff, thanks for the post there. I appreciate you letting us know about your new channel. Also, we got some ham projects here. This is kind of pretty cool. This is from Rodney in Holland, Pop Alpha 9, Romeo Whiskey, my mate there. Yep, that's right there, Jeff. There, Rodney. I told you, Rod, I'd do that. So yeah, Rodney doing that and having some fun there, showing. Look at this. This is his 220 volt, 16 amp. See, he's got the OPF filter built by, and his call sign and the date, and then he even signs it. How about that? Look how clean it is. Nice work. That's great stuff, Rodney. That's really good stuff. All right, let's get back into some more of this stuff. Have some fun. All right, so there's Rodney's stuff. Here is Indy all the way from Australia with a beautiful sunset down there. Look at that. Just a gorgeous. We played this song already. My goodness. Larry's sorry about that. I'm very sorry about this. Play this one instead. All right, so here is Kevin Deegan. Beautiful picture of Ireland in the summertime. Gosh, that is absolutely stunning. Hey, you know what? I think this might be the photo of the show, Kev. Nice work. This is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right, and here is a project that Steve's working on in the UK, 2 Echo Zero X-Ray Sierra Hotel. It's a EQSL card device. It's going to plug right into your photo frame. So if you want to go ahead and share your photos on a, your QSL cards, on a photo frame, man, perfect idea. He's got it all set up to work now. Take a look. It shows how it works right here, and you'll find this on our Discord channel. Mounting the SD card where the pictures are stored, shows how, where it's at in the process while he's doing it. Downloading a new EQSL card from Golf 4 Zulu Echo Juliet. That's kind of cool. And then it's done. All downloaded. It's removed none, but downloaded one. Nice work on this, Steve. This is nice. It's a brand new product. He says it'll stay in sleep mode until an interval is set, 60 minutes by default, but it's configurable. Nice idea. And here's a little look at the QSL cards as the EQSLs he sent in there. I think that's a really neat idea. Seriously, Steve, thank you. 2 Echo Zero X-Ray Sierra Hotel. Well done, mate. That's great. Also, from Anders up in Holland, look at this. Setting up my portable place and how he does it. Well, let's take a look. This is a video, so we'll give Anders a little love. He's never done a video on this channel, and I'm honored to show it. This is Anders, it's a short video, just showing up how he sets up his antenna. Lima Bravo 3 Bravo Juliet may be an idea for you here.
Hello guys and girls. Now I bring my fishing pole, 6 meters long, and some string and some ballast. And I will take my antenna higher, about 1.7 meter higher than last time. So we will see how it goes. Yeah. This fishing pole is 6 meters long. You can take a look up there, zoom in. And see, I'm on the top here. You can take it down here, ned her. And from my arm and down to the ground, it will be 8 meter something. So good height on the antenna. And then we can go to the next tree. It's 7 meter for sure off the ground. Maybe 7.5 meter is correct here, and at least 8 meter on that side, and the wire will go over. So I'm looking forward to try. Hey, it's 7 meter for sure.
Sorry about that. I'm hitting the button going, won't change scenes. What I love about that was just how simplistic it is. Anders, that's really simple, and I love how you showed how to do it so well. Thank you for the send. That was good. Thank you. Always love to get stuff like that. Also, we got our dear friend Avery. See, Avery and Jenna are sisters. If you haven't noticed that yet, they're both from Georgia, and Avery has a thing that she just loves ducks. She's a big duck fan. Yeah, she loves her duck. So here we are. She posted something on Discord about this mama duck and little ducklings, and so here's the little video here of it. Thanks for sending that, kiddo. It's good to have that. That's a nice video. Yeah. Also, here we go. Siobhan, look at this. She got a cover of Billy Idol's Bitter Taste. That's her doing some work on that. Also one for Give Me Shelter by the Stones. That was really good. Thank you, Siobhan, for sending that. I love that stuff. Thank you. Also, we got some funnies, so let's get the funnies going. Yeah, have some fun. Here we go. All right, today's funnies. Tom, first in Bahrain. How do you like my secret fishing spot? It's really cool. Not even fish know about it. Perfect. Okay, next. Tom, oh my gosh, Susan, can you imagine how luxurious? And then the end of this is plane flights will be 50 years from now. Look what they're serving. It's like carved beef and, like a good meal. Not like things are today on airplanes where they give you a sack and a Coke. No kidding. Oh my gosh. It's terrible. It really is. Here's a guy. He's obviously very happy there. You can just read his mind next to that guy who's all zonked out. Next one, the biggest joke on mankind is that computers have started asking humans to prove that they aren't a robot. That is well put. I like that. Please prove that you're not a robot. Ron Walensky from Monroe, Washington. Here is his Pro Accessories division. Look at this. Look what it's called. The Sure You Can Jam With My Band guitar chord. How about that, Ron? Well done. Nice work. And here's Nikolai up in Romania. Yankee Oscar 8, November India Kilo. He says, I lied. I don't have Netflix. Take off your shoes. We're going to listen to Russian number station on shortwave radio. Oh, what a night. That's actually worse than the film strip night of your vacation. Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. Okay, so here is again Siobhan up in beautiful Great Britain, but she's from Ireland. We know that. And we know Ireland is separate from Great Britain. Okay, we're on the same page. Okay, good. So here's Siobhan, and this is so funny. If you take a look and you read everything out, it's just a great, great bit. This is Yoda, me trying to stay sleepy while going to the bathroom at 3 a.m. Or if you try to do the old voice, me trying to stay sleepy while going to the bathroom at 3 a.m. That's probably more like, I guess, Grover. Sorry. All right. Next. Here is from the airplane movie, me at airport security hoping I didn't bring or accidentally pack drugs and a bomb. No! Yeah, not a good thing. Next, here she is. This is my favorite one because it just made me laugh. This is just hilarious. Siobhan sends this, Mandral Lord de L'Oreal, Paris, because you're worth it, you are. Yoda dressed up like a woman. Oh, they just get better and better. Here's one from Rodney, Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. Thank you. That comes after this, though, by the way, so he's just laughing at that. Also, this is funny. Siobhan sends this. Get this. It's from The Onion. Are you ready? Okay. NASA scientists plan to approach girl by 2018. How about that for fun? Good job. Great job, NASA. Oh, we plan to approach a girl by 18. Oh, man. Aaron, this is great. Victor L5, Echo Mike Lima. What happens if someone slaps you at high frequency? It hurts. Yeah, it does indeed. My gosh. Well done. Well done. That's great. Oh, man. You guys are funny. All right, let's take a quick look at the radio. I got a chance when we played the last video to run quickly outside and take a look. Everything looks fine, but let's listen. We'll see if maybe we can pick somebody up. I'm only missing 7, but yeah, we'll see if we can hear them here. It seems pretty quiet. I need to check some stuff here on the radio. That is the Maritime Net. This was a lot more active last night, so I'm going to have to take a look and check the coax here. I'll just take my feeder line and see what's going on. It's got to be a feeder issue, because it's... Hold on. All right, well... There we go. So right now, I'm going to just take a look at the antenna as soon as we're done, have a little bit of time. We'll have some time together. We'll figure it out. It's not that hard. We'll have some fun. We'll figure it out. But right now, I think we definitely don't have the signals that we had yesterday. And so I want to find out what's going on in the antenna out there. I'll figure it out in a little bit. Let me just check one frequency here. Hang on. Stick with me. We'll maybe see here. Hang on. Oh, same guy. Yeah. This is way dead. So I'm going to figure out what happened to the antenna. We'll get it fixed out, and then we'll have it ready for the next show. Guys, I'm going to let you go. We're going to finish with I think I didn't even get the sign-off up here. I had a call from my wife, and I got a little bit distracted. That's not good. That's the way it goes. And Don, solar storm, I think, really quiet here also. You know, it was real good yesterday, but conditions were bad. So, I mean, I had lots of signals on it. It's just that right now, I think what happened was most likely it was that Larry tried to do a little too much with it this morning. And right now, it's not too happy with me this afternoon, if that makes sense to anybody. Yeah, there you go. Folks, I want to thank you for coming. I really do say I miss you guys a lot. It's hard because I don't want to miss the shows, and I hate that. My plan was to be right about show 500 here. That was the plan, to be show 500 next week. That's not going to happen. Nope, not now, but we'll certainly try and get to it here in the next couple of weeks. But I do want you to know we do have a passion to try and help you get an amateur radio. That's a real big deal. It really is. If you've been shortwave DXing for a long time, that's a great hobby. But if you've ever thought about getting your amateur ticket, get your ham license, right? You can do it. You really can. Contact someone like the Radio Society of Great Britain, wonderful group, and they will help you get licensed. They're excellent at helping people find local clubs to them. So all you have to do, send them a little email, let them know where you're located in the world, and tell them you want to get your amateur radio license. They then will send you an email back with a local club to you, www.rsgb.org. Please hit them up. They'll help you out. We're going to go to a sign-off in honor of Independence Day weekend to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Thank you so much for watching Ham Radio Live. I do this to give back and to really try and help people get their license. What's come along for the ride has been your friendships, and those are priceless. Until we meet again, God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.
This is the television seal of good practice, symbol of this station's observance of the principles set forth in the television code of the National Association of Broadcasters. All rights in the exhibiting and reproducing of the programs broadcast by station WJLA-TV, Washington, D.C. are reserved. Programs may not be used or shown where, directly or indirectly, the exhibition is for the purpose of profit. There is a charge for admission, cover charge for entertainment, fee for mechanical operation, or any other charge with respect thereto. WJLA Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of All Britain Communications Company and operates on Channel 7 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission, with studios at 4461 Connecticut Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C.
Passport? Any drugs, explosives, or weapons?
Yes.
Any weapons, drugs, or explosives? Hello?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Sir, we have a problem.